In Google Let's Ask, the CEO, Asher Genoot, is back with us for an exclusive interview. It's the perfect time, Asher. Welcome back. Before we get into sort of your company-specific details, on March 4th, a bunch of companies, we're going to show them here on the wall, are going to the White House to sign what they call a ratepayer protection pledge, basically an agreement to not raise residential electricity rates. Want to know, are you going to that meeting? And if so or if not, does this announcement, this pledge, impact your business at all?
I'm not going, but the pledge is for the right reasons. Data centers should bring pricing of electricity down, not up. They should increase economic development and the taxes that people receive to invest in school districts. It should create more jobs. And so when we think about building data centers, it's a net positive impact that you bring to communities. And we've already been doing this for the last 1 to 2 years as we discuss energy rates, as we discuss who's paying for the generation, the transmission upgrades. And so we should have all developers focused on creating a net positive impact to the communities that they build so the U.S. can stay at the head of the race of AI development. If we don't build data centers to support AI advancement, we will be falling behind on other countries, and that's key.
And we talked about this. You and I talked about it. I spoke about it with other CEOs at the Edison Electrical Institute Utilities Conference in Florida in early January. And you look at like Loudoun County, Virginia. Loudoun County is the capital of data centers. And yet Loudoun County's electricity rates have actually gone down last few years because these companies are paying so much into the system. Is this pledge as you know it? I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, Asher. I know it's okay to say you don't know because I don't know. It's just a pledge or like a commitment. You know what I mean? I can pledge I'm going to go running every day, but what if I don't?
Most of the utilities we're working with across the country are already focusing on how do we make sure that we are funding the energy needs that we have. And so this is ongoing. And I think being able to solidify this across every single development of data centers in the U.S. will take away the friction in developing these assets that are critical to the national security of our country, and will be able to make sure that communities are able to have a positive impact on their energy and receive the revenues and the job creations that data centers bring to them. And so I think this is part of, I've heard from a lot of energy utilities that bringing on data center infrastructure, as long as data centers are paying for those upgrades, is net positive to the overall energy bill for retailers. I think the big impact is recently energy prices going up. A lot of that is because of heating resources. I mean, you have massive winter storms going across the country. People are using more heating and air conditioning within their homes, and that drives pricing up as much as the data center large-scale demand does, because we're paying for the transmission upgrades. Like our Riverbend campus we announced, we're paying for the transmission upgrades there. We're looking at building a gigawatt of net new generation, and we'll be putting up the collateral and making sure that the commitments we are backstopping so customers never have to take the impacts of that, and we're able to support everything.
We got a humdinger of a bill last month, I can tell you for sure. And it's, you know, we had the energy transition, which then led to a scramble for, you know, more energy, because it was like, well, wait a minute, who knows about the transition, but we definitely need the energy now, and we have the AI boom on top of that, Asher. I was struck by our conversation with Dan Clifton last hour, who said, I think it was him who said, AI is not, the reason the president didn't talk about AI last night, because AI is not popular. People might use it, they might like their ChatGPT or whatever, but AI, and look at the piece that was making the rounds all weekend long, it's all about Occupy Silicon Valley, right? This idea that there's going to be so much backlash. So what do you, like, seriously do about that? How do you actually make sure the companies are paying their own way?
AI is the new evolution of what the internet is. Everybody works on the internet today. Everyone relies on it in terms of the day-to-day life. We're very, very early on in AI. It's like the dial-up generation when we're just using a chatbot right now. And so as we think about AI and its impacts into the day-to-day life, that will only increase and compound at a rapid rate over time. And when people are starting to see the impacts of these data centers, the jobs that they create, how they're driving energy bills down, how they're creating net new generation, I think you'll see those stories playing out. And in the areas that we're building, like our Riverbend site in Louisiana, we're making a massive positive impact to West Feliciana Parish in terms of the taxable revenues we can drive to the county, in terms of everything we're building. We have gigawatts of sites that we're developing across the U.S. now that take that same development model to be able to scale, make sure we have a net positive impact on the communities that we build, and we're able to support this industry and the technologies that it can create with it.